Yeah. The Grand Regalia, we can have
Sounds like a big party.
Yeah. Wasn't there one that we could get that, like, wasn't there a Grand Regalia we could get that allowed for rarity or something else to pile up? You know what I mean? What?
I think Blythe might have gotten knocked down to listener.
Yeah, can you bring him back?
Bruh. I actually think we could end the space here anyways, and we'll continue again tomorrow. There's not that much that's happening.
Yeah, just kind of a chill night. This was nice.
Yeah, it was cool. It's almost a random gallon like.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to participate more regularly now that I'm stationary.
Nice. Stationary man.
You're a very stationary person, you know you are. You're incredible, but you really are.
I'm really not, but for now, I'm staying put.
Yeah, pretty nice. Anyways, I think I'll end it here. Whoa.
What's what?
Yeah, that's better. Alright, looks good. Alright, yeah, we'll end it here. Thank you all for coming. This was very, very fun. It was nice. Catch us again tomorrow.
Alright, good night.
Good night,
Buddy.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe to Adrian.
Oh yes, definitely do that. Alright, see you guys.
'64, he is going to prison. Certainly he's gotten back to LBJ. He's a man staring into the abyss. In his view, it is kill or be incarcerated for the rest of his life. It is Johnson who argues that Kennedy should go to Texas. It is Johnson who argues that the purpose of the trip to Dallas is to bind up the division in the Texas Democrat Party between the progressive wing run by Senator Ralph Yarborough, hated by LBJ, and the Bourbon conservative wing of the Democrat Party, as exemplified by Governor John Connally. How interesting that on the night before the assassination, Johnson goes to JFK's hotel room in Fort Worth and argues for a change in the motorcade that would put Senator Yarborough in the death car with John Kennedy and allow the governor, John Connally, later a Republican, by the way, the man responsible for talking Richard Nixon into abandoning the gold standard and into having wage and price controls, Nixon's probably his two greatest mistakes, into Johnson's car. And JFK refuses.
You know the mechanics. Everybody's like, where's the documents? Trump signed the order last Tuesday. Explain to people the law of the 15 days and what you've been told. You tried to say it earlier, you got cut off, about how many documents we're about to see and your breaking news on that.
I guess the larger point here is that with the release of that audio, you have nailed one of the most important parts of the conspiracy. This confirms what my book shows. Mac Wallace's fingerprints are found on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. Lyndon Johnson, as the Senate Majority Leader, takes the unprecedented step of appointing himself to the Subcommittee of Defense Appropriations. The majority leader never sits on a committee, but Johnson is on the committee where the secret black box budgets of the CIA are prepared and increased. Johnson is the paymaster for the CIA. The CIA's motive? They believe that the Bay of Pigs invasion is a disaster because of Kennedy. But the plan given to JFK, Alex, calls for 29 Panamanian flag fighter jets flown by Cuban pilots to provide air cover for the men storming the beach. The problem is that Charles Cable, the brother of Dallas Mayor Earl Cable, a Johnson crony, cancels that air cover for the men storming the beach, therefore causing the disaster. When Curtis LeMay goes to JFK and says there's only one way to save the day, and that is to send in the Air Force, Kennedy refuses. This is why Kennedy distrusts the CIA. Then secondarily, there's the myth of the the Cuban Missile Crisis. We were told in numerous movies that brave Jack and Bobby Kennedy faced down Nikita Khrushchev and he removed the missiles. We now know, because of declassified documents, 50 years later, we find out that they made a secret deal with Khrushchev to remove U.S. NATO missiles from Italy and Turkey in return for a pledge to remove the Cuban missiles from Cuba. In this upcoming data dump, the CIA's fate will be sealed. As you know, the law that was passed in the late 90s required the total release of all these classified documents in the first year of Donald Trump's presidency. I brought it to his attention. I said, Mr. President, what are you going to do about the JFK documents? He said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, these documents are scheduled to be released unless you object. You have to object, some of them, all of them. But this date is fast approaching. He said, no, how come no one's mentioned this to me? I said, I don't know. Why don't you look into it? He came back to me and he said, well, you were right. I've got to make a decision about these documents. What do you think? I said, it's time to release everything. It's time for the American people to know. At that point, it had been more than 50 years. And he, in the end, released about 80% of the documents. What did we find? A number of interesting things. A memo from FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover to Lyndon Johnson saying that the KGB had conducted an exhaustive investigation into Kennedy's murder, and they had concluded that the ringleader was Lyndon Baines Johnson. We also learned that French intelligence had conducted an investigation, and they had concluded that the murderer, the ringleader of this conspiracy that involved the CIA, organized crime, Big Texas Oil, the banking interests posed to Kennedy because he was for a silverback dollar, was the perp. We found Lee Harvey Oswald's 1099. Alex, he was on the payroll of the FBI.
How was Trump convinced? Remember, he ordered them to release it, and they fought him on it 4 or 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Yeah, did I just hear you talking about how you convinced Trump to release this?
I recommended releasing it all. I actually thought he was going to release it all. Then he released about 80% of it, holding back 20. And when I asked him why he decided to do that, he told me, and by the way, he also told Judge Adrian Napolitano the same thing, and he told this to Sean Hannity just 3 nights ago, that Mike Pompeo, the CIA director, convinced him not to release 20% because it would expose the methods and sources of the agency.
By the way, Pompeo, as you know, went on TV a week ago and bragged about that. So I love how Pompeo just got his security details pulled and everything. So we don't wish him any harm, but Trump really, we were worried months ago when Trump had him at a campaign event. We said, what is he doing? Keep the enemies closer. God, there's so many angles here. So, wow, you said it first years ago. Now he said it again recently. Trump says it's so terrible, I can't tell you. What is it?
It is that the CIA, that the U.S. government was a major player in the assassination of an American president. By the way, once again, he told my friend Judge Andrew Napolitano the exact same thing around the same time. So now you have the confirmation, which you provided, of Johnson's role. That's the supervisory role. He is, as E. Howard Hunt, the famous CIA operative who just coincidentally is on the ground in Dallas in Dealey Plaza, pops up later as one of the Watergate burglars. How about that? There's a coincidence. 4 of the Watergate burglars just happened to be in Dallas that day. Alex, how likely is that? Except for they're all working for the agency. He says on his deathbed that he was a minor player in Dallas, but he says Lyndon Johnson was running the show. You have confirmed that now with this incredible audio. Now you add that to the fact that Malcolm Wallace, the man identified in the audio as having been recruited to kill Kennedy's, fingerprints are found on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. All the pieces of this puzzle are coming together, and I think President Trump is about to release the single most important piece, which is the CIA role.
Trump really told you years ago, you said, it's so horrible, I can't believe the public can't handle it. And this is really the great reveal. As the Bible says, nothing hidden will stay hidden. You throw the deepest ocean, it will be thrown back on the shore. It will be known. And
the reason I'm not scared is because we have the leader we have. This guy is a Superman. I mean, he's a force of nature. He is born for this moment, and now he realizes that his life was specifically spared for this time. And he realizes that this is his mission. This is why God spared him, for this moment. And this great reveal, the Kennedy assassination. We are, as you just said, a time where all truth will be revealed. There is no turning back now. They may try to kill Trump again, but they will not succeed because it is not God's will. It is not in God's plan.
January 29th, 20.
As an insult, as an
One
actual insult.
second. He felt like he could get a pass because he wasn't calling out a black person. But the mere
Well, I don't need a pass.
One second, in a derogatory way, shows that he has that mindset. He thinks that
What mindset?
nigger is a stupid, illiterate, inhuman
Well,
person.
it
That's
is.
why he felt it was appropriate
Less
to use
than.
the term. Whether he
Less
uses
than.
it to a white person
It
or a
is.
black
Well,
fuck up, brother. Jesus Christ, man.
I don't want to say it again, but there is a stupid person who.
Just shut your fucking mouth.
Oh my God, you're British. Nobody wants to hear your stupid fucking accent. You shut up. God.
Bitch.
Who?
You said
What?
that word,
Who
Tiff.
said
You
what?
that.
Someone
No,
might
she
come
will.
home.
Yeah.
Oh my
I feel
days,
like.
man.
So, B-Miss, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm leaving.
Yeah, do you really think, knowing all that you've heard so far, do you really think that, like, I have, like, racist intent?
So,
left her look. Oh shit. She
So-
said ain't gonna be no pussy, nigga. The fuck?
I got that, but, yeah, I understand about the pussy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know you well enough, but I'll tell you this. There's a lot of do you know how you have like that radar with certain things? And I'm not saying I don't know you, but
No, he
that's
is.
why I took the
No,
time.
Be
Hold
monster,
on,
he
that's-
is.
I don't.
He is.
I'm not going to definitively say it yet.
Be monster, he is. He is.
Don't judge me, monkey. Don't judge me.
See, like something like that, right? Like, sorry.
Relax.
Dr. Irresponsible, but I'm going to call you Dr. Irresponsible, right?
that's
So
what
I
his
took the
name
time
used to be.
So this is the thing. I just took the
Alright,
time
go
to
ahead.
try to explain to you why even using the word and trying to reappropriate and to white people.
I'm following that, yeah.
Right. And
Thinking
so
about it.
logically, it doesn't make sense because it's still racially demeaning, and all that you're doing, even towards white people. Well, hold on. The power of the intent, though, is in the original itself, and you have to Jesus. Hold on, I'm gonna be gone. I promise. 2 more minutes. The idea is that there's still functional meaning, which nobody, you can't refute. You can't say that that's wrong. That's just a fact. It's an objective fact. Irrespective of what you think, you can think what you want. You could think what you want, but it doesn't. This is an observation. Okay.
Shut up and let her talk. Go ahead.
So all you're doing is you're perpetuating the offensive function rather than trying to, whether you say redefine it or whatever else, because it's still based in an insult. So that's
a secondary though, or tertiary,
it's
right?
Not
that's
because
not
because you are using it as an
trying to talk
insult.
about a black topic without the black people. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, what the fuck is
Well,
this?
okay.
We tried to, but they can't control themselves.
Listen,
Yeah,
I haven't fight to this topic.
The functional utility of the insult is the same, regardless of whether you're saying it to a white or black person.
I love you guys. I'm going to. That's it. I promised everybody I'd shut the fuck up and leave. I love you guys. Anybody that continues to use me after this, I'm sorry. I don't trust you, and you're racist. You guys are just backing up in the DMs. Bye everybody. I love you, and Dr. You're responsible. And slow rider.
If you run, I won. If you ran, don't you leave. Oh, I packed her up. Yeah, you better run.
Oh boy, good job, Kendo.
Yeah, you know what the fuck it is. Hey, without no help, doctor, we wouldn't have been able to do this for the men. Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
I wanted to call this.
From destruction.
Galaxy, a little bitch. He from out of this world. That nigga, a little hoe, can't come to the girls. That's why he tried to join the league. He trying to join the team. He got a tampon between his legs, even though he a B.
Why you in here? Don't you got a nigga? This girl got a boyfriend. I don't know why this girl in here. The fuck out of here. I didn't remove her. She just left. Now she said that in the other room. She's like, I got a nigga. What the fuck? You need to come in. Shit, she just left on her own shit.